All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this point you should have downloaded the ifexer.java from my website and saved it into your source file for Hello World. All right, so you have ifexer in there. It should run right away. All right, once you get it in there and you get it saved, it should launch, and it's going to ask you to enter two dates to see which one is later. And it'll also check to see if the year is a leap year. So I'm going to put in two dates here. I'm going to put in October 10th, 2013. I'm also going to put in October 11th, 2013. Now, what's going to happen is the output is not going to be correct now because you haven't written some code yet. Okay, year 1, 2013 is even. Well, that's incorrect. We need to write that method. To say that the 10th is later than the 11th, no. You're going to have to write that code so that things aren't working right just yet. 2013 is certainly not a leap year, and then the hours worked. If you worked 45 hours at a rate of $10 an hour, you certainly get more than $0. You're going to be fixing that. And then to see if you get an 85, should be a B, not an A. You're going to write all that code. Now, the program already has a main method. You do not need to modify the main method at all. Okay, when you're done, if you want to, go in there and play around by all means. But that's after you're done. What you are going to be doing is you will be scrolling down to the methods. Okay, so the first method you'll see is an is-even method. It's going to return a Boolean. Now, we haven't really written any methods yet, so that's why I'm giving you this video to talk you through it. A method would be public static Boolean, and then the name of the method, and then the parameter list. Now, the parameter list, there's nothing new here. This is just a variable int num. The only thing that's different is where is num going to get its value from? Well, that num variable, int num, will be assigned in the main method. Watch this. When we call isEven up here, and we call isEven year 1, the value that you type in for year 1 when you're inputting into the computer, all right, this kboard.nextInt, when you read that in from the keyboard, that year 1 is going to be sent down all the way down to num1. So this method is going to look like just if num, and we did this in class, if num mod 2 is 0, we can return true because it is even, else let's return false. Now, see the error that here? It says unreachable code. Well, that's because we put in a branching statement to return either true or false, so we take that out. Control-Shift-F, and look what happens. I'm going to take this comment out because our code is already there. Control-Shift-F, and here is our method. It checks to see if this variable num is even. By seeing if num mod 2 equals 0, it will be returning the value true. Now, this is the neat thing about methods. Where does it return it to? Well, when we called it in the main, we called isEven here. All of a sudden, now the flow of control of the program went down to our method. It did some calculations, and then it returned the true or false here. So we can print if it's even or print if it's not even. Okay. Now for this case, don't worry about the year being 0. We're going to presume the years are all positive, so we don't need to worry about that at this case. Hopefully you have now an idea. You certainly are done with the first method. When you go to the isLater method, you're probably going to have to write some more if statements to see if the month 1, day 1, year 1 is actually a later date than month 2, day 2, year 2. You're going to have to write some code here and test to see if it's true. The is leap year, you'll have to look up and see what the definition of it, of what a leap year is, based on the year value, as well as total wages. The descriptions for the problems are written here. They're also in your book. Exercises 2 is the missing wages. Exercise 11 is written out with the is leap year, and exercise 12. These are all great exercises. So they are listed in your textbook if you want to read about them there. Most people just read about them right here in the project. And the letter grade, takes in an int grade and returns a particular letter, A, B, C, D, or F. So I wish you great luck with this. Please, rewind this video and go back and look at how parameters work. They are very important in Java and in computer science. And you already know a lot about them because parameters are just variables. Okay? And the only difference is they get assigned their value from wherever the method is invoked. Right here. So we take the value of year 1, gets assigned to num. So I know I repeated that, but it is real important. And then here, the return type, I'm repeating this as well, but the return type Boolean is real important because that's how we use these keywords here, return, and return the value to wherever the method's being invoked. So I wish you luck with this, and enjoy.